We are recording. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? Ryan is back with another, well, not review, I was about to say review, but another Star Wars video. Today, if you cannot tell by this amazing picture, we are doing the Star Wars top 5 quotes. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy. We are going to go ahead and jump right into this, starting off with number 5. The number 5 on our list of Star Wars quotes is, oh, by the way, this is all from the originals, from the original 3 movies, so now I have that out of the way. The number 5 is, "I've got a bad feeling about this." This is just one of the funniest quotes, and it's really just like the one that comes back like every movie, but it was first featured in the original, so I say that it was technically an original quote. So that's where I'm gonna put it. So this is the number 5 because it's such a good quote. It's funny, it's great, and especially in Solo when he's like, "I have a really good feeling about this." It's like the exact opposite. So this is like the best quote, one of the best quotes in Star Wars ever, and in the originals. So that hits our number 5, and now number 4, an instant classic. It's a trap. Everyone loves this quote. It's amazing. This was featured in episode 6. Well, episode 3 of the originals, but episode 6 of all the movies, I guess. Return of the Jedi. This is just another great quote it's funny. It's a great quote said by Admiral Akbar, an amazing character who they killed in episode 8, and it was the stupidest death ever, and I really hated how they killed him. But we're not going to talk about that right now. That'll be another video. Why I hate how they killed Admiral Akbar. That'll be another video. Maybe that'll be next week's video. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Oh, maybe I'll do that. I should write that down. I don't have a pen and paper. I'll just think of it later. Um, so this is just a great quote that I really love, and episode 6 is, it's not bad. It's definitely probably the worst of the originals. Episode 5 is obviously the best. Episode 4, A New Hope, is the second best. And this was probably the worst of the original 3, but I still loved it. I still thought it was good. I can't really hate it. It's just that it's not my favorite of the original 3, like I've said like 5 times already. So sorry about that. But no, so this hits our number 2 spot, and now number 3, probably one of the most instant classics. "I find your lack of faith disturbing." This is just such a good quote, and by Darth Vader, who is my favorite Star Wars character, because he was like the first big bad that we were introduced to. He was one of the first really big characters that had a huge story arc in Star Wars that we were introduced to, and he's my favorite character. I love him. He is amazing, and so this quote hits our number 3 spot. "I find your lack of faith disturbing," and it's also just a great quote. This is one of the best. You can get it on just about any piece of merchandise. You can get it on shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. You could probably even get it on the back of a phone, water bottles, maybe a plane if you buy one and you really want it. Computers. You could even get it on like, you could probably get it on like plates and pens and like bed sheets and everything. You can get it on everything. Hats. Like, you name it. You can get it on just about anything in the world. So it's just a great quote. And now number 2, "The Force will be with you always." Now, I was going to put this at number 5, but then I thought about it. This really kind of defines what Star Wars, one of the deeper meanings of Star Wars. Because, yes, the Force is fake, and you could always say the Force will be with you always. But really, it will always be with you. It You look at it and you think, "Oh, it's only going to be with those force sensitive people." No, you could be a normal person. You will have the force in Star Wars. You just might not be as attuned to it. You might not be able to use it. But the force will still be with you. This is one of the deeper meanings of Star Wars, and this is what makes this quote such a good quote, because it really goes into one of the deeper meanings of this of well, even the Clone Wars show and the movies. It really goes into that deeper meaning of one of the deeper meanings of Star Wars. It's not the deepest meaning, but it's one of the deeper meanings, and just like also of the Force too. The Force will always be with you, no matter what. Even in real life, you could say the Force will be with you. Yeah, in a way, it will be. If you think about it, in a way, the Force is a real thing, kind of. Not like that weird cult not Arizona, in New Zealand, but it will kind of be with you always if you really think about it. It kind of is. So yeah, that's one of the deeper meanings of Star Wars and kind of life. And now, the number one greatest quote in Star Wars that everyone loves from the greatest movie ever. This is the greatest Star Wars movie, and this is my all-time favorite movie ever made. I am your father from Empire Strikes Back. This is the movie that turns sequels into a new thing. This is what made sequels great. This is the movie that made sequels amazing, that made them great, that made them okay to make. Because this just turned what sequels is into a new meaning. Because this movie did so incredibly well. And that's probably the only reason Return of the Jedi didn't do as well as it did, because once this did so well, they set the bar so high and they weren't able to make that bar, but they still did really well, and that's part of the reason why Return of the Jedi didn't do as well as it did, but that's for another video. This is just such a good movie. It's amazing, and this quote is the best. This is the biggest plot turn in Star Wars ever, in my opinion. Because, and if you look back at A New Hope, you can really see the alluding to this. When Aunt Beru is like, he has too much of his father in him, and Uncle Owen's like, that's what I'm afraid of. It's like, why would he be afraid of Luke having too much of his father in him if his father wasn't this huge, powerful Sith Lord that takes over planets in a day? So you can look back at A New Hope, and there's some alluding that Vader is his father, and this is the movie that says, yes, Vader is the father. All of your theories were right. This is who Vader's son is, or Luke's father is. This is the mystery. Now, we still need to know who Anakin's father is. Like, it wasn't Palpatine. That was made false. But we still need to know who Anakin's father is. And I'd love a movie where it kind of goes into who Anakin's father is. I'd also love to see just a Vader film. Like, just a film all about Vader. Just about him, his story, after he's turned into Darth Vader. I want to see a movie like that because I think it'd be amazing. We're getting a little bit off topic here, but that is the number one quote, my all-time favorite quote for my all-time favorite Star Wars movie, which is my all-time favorite movie ever made. So yeah, well, that's going to wrap it up for the top 5 quotes. I hope you did enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments down below what your favorite quotes are, and share the video if you did enjoy. Well, yeah. Alright, this is Ryan, signing off. See you, ladies and gentlemen.